I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing if Oxygen Thief goes forward from stall 4. We'll see with John.
Gates back and away they go. They are racing rather slowly away. Ubahar also quite slowly out the gate. Forever Dreaming with Murphy looking for his treble as they go through the first furlong in the Unibet money back on selected Cheltenham races handicap. And Geneva started well, the light coloured jacket. Oxygen Thief is up the inside there, the grey horse in the sheepskin noseband. Then Hannah's Return in the black and yellow colours. View from the Stars now is being lit up to go around the outside, as indeed has Runner Bean. They're then followed by Griggy towards the outside is Liberty Bay. Then View from the Stars towards the rear of the field, and then after that we've got Forever Dreaming and Ubahar still at the back of the field. 3 furlongs left to go, and the leaders with Oxygen Thief. So on the outside, Runner Bean in between the pair, Geneva looking for a gap up the inside rail is Hannah's Return there, the black and yellow colours. There then followed by Liberty Bay, who sits in 5th, and then Griggy. View from the Stars is travelling powerfully and looking for a gap to appear. Inside the final 2 furlongs they go. Geneva, Oxygen Thief. Here comes Hannah's Return over on the far side. Then View from the Stars and Griggy, these 5 as they go inside the final furlong now, and it's opened up beautifully for Hannah's Return. Geneva is battling back. View from the Stars is staying on strongly as well. Hannah's Return by 3/4 of a length though as they race up towards the line. Hannah's Return hanging on grimly. View from the Stars diving. Hannah's Return to View from the Stars. Then Geneva in 3rd. Griggy in 4th.
Well, Hannah's Return has shown great resolution in the finish. Taylor Fisher claiming the 5 for Gary Brown and adding to her tally. In a really close run thing. View from the Stars once again running the race, but ultimately not quite getting there, and takes his record to 0 from 16 as it stands. Hannah's Return wasn't a frequent winner herself, and the drop back to 6 posed a bit of a question mark for me, having shown her best form over 7. But Taylor Fisher, I think, has judged this perfectly. Sat just in behind a pace that was at least even, if not contested at the beginning. I think he's perfectly positioned, and once the cutaway came, his fillies responded in spades, probably more so than I gave her credit for in the paddock piece. She's shown a new dimension to herself there, and while it has set up nicely for her, and while Geneva also was in a really good position to strike, ultimately hasn't quite been able to go through with it. Griggy, setup was good for him, no excuses in behind, has been a clear 4th in the end, but a couple of lengths off the leaders. And Hannah's Return is a winner once again, Tom. It's been a couple of runs since, but I thought there were others with stronger claims. How wrong was I?
Well, I was wrong as well, Anthony, I have to say. Hannah's Return wins for the first time on Polytrack. Had been a winner on Tappiter at Wolverhampton, now gets Kempton under her belt as well. Drop back in trip here make the difference, George, do you think?
I think so, and had a really sort of good trip from stall 1. Ground-saving sort of journey from stall 2, sorry, but it was on the rail, and Taylor Fisher rode for luck. And we saw the difference between getting a sort of lucky trip round and that rail run at the intersection. Difference between winning and losing for View from the Stars, who was ultimately very unlucky. Yeah, and quite keen in the early part of the race as well, which hasn't helped his finishing kick, I don't think. No, but that's his normal setup, Tom. He's a free-going type. He has a hood on for a reason. And Hayley, you can see, is tracking the winner. She decides to come towards the middle of the track, and she gets shut off and has to wait for a run, and ends up pulling outside Lewis Edmonds on Geneva, and she just ran onto sort of heels of Oxygen Thief at a key stage.
Do you see? I don't know if you saw Forever Dreaming exploring the other side of Berkshire there, on the completely opposite side of the track under Regime. I don't know if something was wrong there, but he went very wide off the Hope Bend and then never really sighted him after that. But
yeah, it'll be interesting to see the head-on, won't it?
Yeah, it would be,
I sort of missed that real time. So, and Griggy, our each-way bet, finished 4th, ran well in defeat.
Did run well in defeat. I think there's going to be races to be won with him in the near future. Let's have a look at this head-on. There is Oisin Murphy on the far right, Forever Dreaming, and for whatever reason, George is stuck out in the middle.
Yeah, I think ultimately it looks like she's leaning that way, and Oisin obviously got a stick in the correct hand, but I don't think she looks like she's moving particularly well, so maybe something's amiss.
Yeah, quite possibly, and of course, when I said Berkshire, I was being extremely hyperbolic, because that is not the county that those runners are in. But it was a close finish. View from the Stars.
It sounded good, though.
It did say, well, it sounded good in my head, and then it didn't sound particularly good when I said it, did it? Because it was wrong. The amount of times I go there as well, I mean, that is just phenomenally embarrassing, really. Geneva had every chance, just couldn't quite find enough in the closing stages.
Yeah, it was beautifully positioned under Lewis Edmonds, and as we sort of alluded to, was found a very good opportunity when winning a competitive Class 5 where the front two drew clear and the rest of them were sort of no-shows, but it was a good run again, and interestingly that the winner dropping back 2 furlongs has been a massive plus, and she is going to get a little rise in the weights, but I would have thought she'd be competitive again.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's nice to see Hannah's return get the job done. I think she was quite plucky there, actually. She could have given up the ghost, but she kept on going straight forward to the line. Yeah,
for sure. There's Gary Brown. I'm sure he'd be delighted. I mean, I think he had a handful of winners on the flat last year, and he's mainly a jumping string, so it'll be a good result for him and the team. Yeah, it certainly will be. Well done to them. Taylor Fisher, a nice ride on that far side rail. 13-2. Hannah's return returns. Second was View from the Stars, 4-1. Third was Geneva at 11-8 favourites. And the winning time was 1:12.31, 1.31 seconds above standard. That was the second fastest time on the night so far.